What is going on? Alexander Thomas here. Welcome back to Game 123. We are in episode number 4 of the third part of Crush on the Girl, which is part of this is part of the kidnapped episode for it. Let's go ahead and get into this next part of the episode. Webcam's off for this, but in the last episode, we had to deal with this weird child thing that took Scarlett's clothes. Luckily, with the we got this clothes back, and we are now going to room 4. If you have to go for all 99 rooms, this is gonna take a very long time. Priority goes to room 4. We're going to room 4 now. What's in room 4? That's fine. That's no more.
Leaving the chastened trick room behind, the party steps through the next dragon-etched arch into room 4, a narrow, vaulted chamber where a single stone lectern waits beneath a hanging lantern of cold blue flame. Its light falling on an open slate bearing 3 carved riddles and a faintly pulsing sigil of the undercrypt's path. Scarlett's clothes sit properly in place once more as she moves to read, while Alexander watches the lantern warily, and the stitched werecat prowls the edges of the room with its stitched ears flat, sniffing the corners for hidden seams or lurking threats that might spring at the pack.
Oh, that's interesting. So in order, a voice is going to says, so we have to do riddles. And if we don't do the riddles, and we have 2 or 3 riddles we have to do. And if we don't get 2 of these riddles right, then there's a punishment. What the punishment is, we'll find out. And we're in room 4. I spelled that wrong, but
The disembodied voice rolls through room 4 like grinding stone. 2 of 3 riddles solved, or punishment will occur, and the blue lantern flame flares, casting long, ominous shadows across the lectern, as the sigils beneath the slate pulse in warning. Scarlett trades a quick look with Alexander, then steps closer to read the werecat and Nasha, circling uneasily as the party braces their minds instead of their blades, knowing this chamber demands answers, not steel.
I don't know what the riddles are going to be, so we don't know what I don't know what the riddle's going to be. Oop, I spelled Scarlett's name wrong. So 2 T's, not 2 E's. I don't know what the riddle is going to be. I think we had something like this in one of the other ones. We'll probably only get one answer chances.
Scarlett steps up to the lectern, the blue flame painting her features in frostlight as she leans over the slate and reads aloud the first carved riddle. I speak without a tongue and travel without feet. I follow you everywhere, yet vanish in the dark. What am I? Her voice echoes off the stone, and the sigil beneath the words pulses expectantly, as if the chamber itself is holding its breath for the party's answer.
What's our chance? Okay, that's not going to do well. We're probably going to get this wrong. We have to get to them or there'll be a punishment. And I'm a little bit in a not a group situation here. So, what is that? I roll a die, and I must get higher than a 17. Otherwise, I don't get. I can look up the answer if I get higher than 17. But if it's lower than that, I don't get to do that. So I have to actually solve it off minutes. Let's think. I speak without a tongue and travel without feet. I follow you everywhere. What am I? I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna get it wrong if I don't get a high enough a roll. And I got less than 8. I have to come up with the answer myself if I don't get it. Let's see. I follow ideas. Mine was I vanish in the dark. My first guess is fire, but speak without a tongue. That's number 1. Travel without feet. Okay, so I've written the riddle out here. Let's think about this. I think without a tongue, I travel without feet. And yet I follow you everywhere. Oops, I missed a line. I missed one. Yet I follow you. Shadow? Shadows don't speak though. I mean, shadows do not have feet. They do that, but it's in travel without feet. That makes sense to the first part of the riddle. My first is a shadow. So if I get it, so if it's shadow, we get it. But if it's not, we get it wrong. Okay. didn't. Hold on 1 second. That's not one. I was right! Hopefully. My first was river, and that's not right. Yay! At least I hope that's right. If it says, nope, sorry, wrong answer.
Alexander answers firmly, a shadow. And as the word leaves his lips, the sigil beneath the first riddle flares bright, then settles into a calm, satisfied glow, while the disembodied voice intones, almost grudgingly, first riddle solved.
And we get Scarlett reads the second riddle. Now, I might get this still, but I rolled 13 on this one. This is, I guess this is like a investigation. I mean, not investigation. What's the right word on that?
Scarlett's fingers trace the next line on the slate as she reads aloud, the blue fire trembling overhead. I am taken before you know me, given before you ask, and kept when you do not see me. I cannot be touched, yet can be broken. What am I? The sigil beneath the second riddle stirs like a heartbeat, awaiting the party's answer as the unseen voice falls silent, measuring their wits against the threat of promised punishment.
13 is... Yes. Oof. I'm taken before you know me. Given before you asked. I kept even though you do not see me. I cannot be touched but broken. Silence? I'm going to go ahead and write this riddle, Lance, and I do have a better chance of this one, so if I get it close, I still get it right. Alright, as a part of the second riddle, I've written into the things, I have a 13. I need to figure it out. If I'm close, then in this case I get it. If I'm close, then I get it right. But if I'm not close, I get it wrong. Because I rolled a 13. And we don't know what the punishment's going to be yet. So, I've been taken before you would know me. Could be a vow. Be given before you ask. Oh, wait a minute. Is that right? Taken before you know me. Given before you ask. Hope I spelled this wrong. I did not do that right. I am taken before you know me. given before ask. And kept when you do not see do not see me. I can be touched. I cannot be touched without broken. I'm thinking, and if I'm close, then I get correct. My guess is a vow promise. Yeah. A vow or promise. That's what I was thinking. Vow what would have been. Like, I don't know. And if we do get the third riddle correct, if we get the third riddle, I'm not sure we're going to get the third riddle. Sure, my came back off.
Alexander says, "A promise," and the sigil beneath the second riddle flashes brilliantly before settling, while the voice echoes. Second riddle. Solved. Punishment stayed. Curious and emboldened, Scarlett leans in to read the third for sport. I am born when lips meet, carried in hearts across distance, and can outlive the breath that made me. I bind without rope and break without blade. What am I?
Yep,
The lantern's blue flame dances higher, amused, as if the vault itself is listening not for survival this time, but for what they believe love truly is.
Billy just gave me the answer. Doesn't matter if we get it right or not. I'm actually gonna rate it. We're getting it wrong, by the way, probably. But for fun, let's just see what it actually is. So we're gonna go ahead and lay it. I have, love or marriage would be the internet, which might be a little bit of a spoiler here. Might be a little bit of a spoiler what actually happens later in this episode, or thing. Let's see. I got it wrong.
Alexander answers softly, love, or perhaps marriage, and as the words hang between them, the third sigil blooms with warm light before the voice pronounces, almost fondly, from the newly opened stairwell, a figure of torn vows and ink-dark mist rises. A Vowran shade, its hollow eyes fixed on Alexander's spoken love as it slithers into the lantern's dying glow. Claws flexing to unmake every promise in the room. It darts first for the company, shadow talons swiping. But the attack glances off Alexander's raised halberd in a hiss of frustrated vapor, as Scarlett and the companions square up. Blades and claws ready to answer the Shade's challenge.
I should have hit. But I did roll a 5, so I'm not too worried about that. But we need to heal. Let's see. Let's see what our roll is for the attack here. Critical 19 for Alexander's. For hers, it is just regular. For the parents, that's just normal. And that is critical. So we got a bunch of damage. Alright. So, Alexander goes first. 1d20. Yeah. It's critical 1d20. It's 2 damage. We did 2 damage. Yay. Now, this is the third strike, so we get to do the extra 8 added on to the 1d6. Let's see. 3 plus 8. That's 11. Oh, wait, sorry. It's 2. It's 11 more damage, sorry. We did 2 on the first strike. And we did 8 plus the 3, so we did 11. That's 13. This would be the dog strike. It does 1d6. 5, so 18. What does he have? He's at 73. Okay. And then, which in Scarlett does, that's a critical, by the way, for Scarlett, so we actually add another 11 to that, which is 24 damage, plus the 3 that goes the, sorry, not 3. 5 that he does, so it's 29. Then this dog, sorry, the cat does 1d8 doubles. So 35 damage. That was actually very. I got wrong, so we're gonna roll a 5. So I should have kicked it first. 15 damage. Not exactly the best option here.
Still, claw and sanctified resolve lash out at the Vowran shade. But the spectre slips aside, their combined strike carving only through chill mist as its form recoils and reforms with a spiteful hiss. Oh. It counters in an instant, promise-rending talons raking across Alexander's chest and shoulder, chilling him to the bone as the pain bites deep, and the shade's laughter curls around his faltering breath.
Scarlett does 3 plus 10, so that's 13 damage. This is the Alexander Strike 1d20. That is a miss. No damage. The dog does critical 1d20 twice, so it's doubled, plus 4. So we have 17 right now. And then the cat does critical as well. Gets 1d8. That's doubled, so it's 12. Add 12. So, and Alexander does get the extra sword benefit, so he gets to do his damage twice, but he missed, so it won't matter. We do quizzes.
Alexander's halberd, Scarlett's blade, and the companion's claws tear through the Vowran shade's mist, ripping chunks of vow-tainted shadow away until the spectre shrieks and staggers, its form thinned by 29 grievous wounds. With a hateful lunge, the shade lashes back at Alexander alone, promise-rending claws raking his chest and shoulder in a freezing arc that nearly buckles his knees.
Scarlett's the first attack. He does 1d8 plus 12 now. So it's 12 plus 1d6 plus 12, which is 3. So 3, that's 15 damage. So we have 15 damage. Now, the next attack is also critical. That's on Alexander, who does 1d20, doubled, which is 28 more damage. So 43. And then the dog misses, and the cat hits just normal for 1d8. And that's plus 6. So, and let's see, the shade has, okay, shade's dead. The shade's very dead. Yeah. That's enough.
Alexander's halberd cleaves straight through the Vowran shade's heart of mist, as Scarlett's blade and their beast's claws tear at its edges, the spectre ripping apart in a howl that sounds like 1,000 broken promises before it shreds into nothing. Silence rushes back into room 4. The blue lantern gutters out, leaving only the stair yawning below as the last tatters of the Vowran shade unravel. A single fragment of cool, glass-like shadow drops into Alexander's palm. A shard of kept oath that refuses to break, gleaming faintly whenever his thoughts stray to Scarlett's name. While the disembodied voice mutters, almost satisfied that the Riddle Chamber's test is done, and the way to the Undercrypt's deeper vault stands clear below. Right. Gathering breath and blades, the party turns from the fallen shade and its stilled lantern, ready to descend once more toward the dragon-buried heart of the crypt, and the true seal that still waits to be reforged.
I don't think there's a punishment here, but we had 61. go to the next room, which is 61, where a girl sits. It's not, however, it's not Lily.
Stepping into room 61, the party finds only a single figure. A young girl perched atop a stone chest, bare feet swinging, smiling as if she has been waiting for them all along in this quiet, lantern-lit square of carved rock. Her eyes glitter with curious mischief rather than menace, and she tilts her head at Alexander's bandaged chest and Scarlett's wary stance before saying in a lilting voice, "You came from the riddles below. Tell me, did love really win there? Or did you just say it to make the doors open?"
Sorry, I missed something. I thought we're going to room 61. Why we have this? That gives Alexander. That is, now we are down to a total of 15 of those.
Scarlett uncorks the satchel of vials and passes them round, and together the party drinks, warmth flooding their veins until ragged aches and vow-torn wounds knit and steady breaths return. The girl on the stone chest watches this quiet restoration with a small, approving smile, as if measuring how they mend themselves before facing whatever waits deeper in the dragon-buried crypt.
So we're in a riddle. It's an easy, supposedly an easy one. You get it wrong, and we'll punish you.
The girl's smile sharpens as she taps the stone chest with her heel, eyes lingering on Scarlett. "Here is my game," she says sweetly. "Answer my riddle. An easy one, I promise. and what lies in this chest is yours.
We get more.
Fail, and I choose a punishment for her. She nods towards Scarlett, inviting your reply as the room's quiet seems to lean in, waiting for the words you'll offer in return.
I don't know what the rule is going to be, so. What's the punishment going to be? You are not going to want to know. Trust me. Roll for initiative. We're going to get this wrong. That was a
The girl's heels drum lightly on the stone chest as her smile widens. Then she folds her hands in her lap and recites, sing-song soft, I grow without breath. I live without flesh. I'm born whenever your mind meets a book or a tale, and I can travel farther than your feet ever will. What am I? Her gaze fixes on Scarlett as the last word fades, clearly savoring the stakes as she waits for your answer.
I think the problem is we are going to get this wrong because I rolled a 1 in this initiative. So that's not good. I rolled a 1 on initiative, so which is why I'm confirmed for all things. If we get it right, somehow, we're not going to go. You don't know what the punishment is. So give me a second. Let me put this in. So it's a story or an idea. However, we are going to get it wrong because I rolled a 1. So that's the only problem. Oh, there's also see if we can get a saving throw off of this. Okay. We get a third saving throw because we get that, and we do get this safe. So, I will argue that was not easy. Alex got the save. Unfortunately, the cats and dogs cannot do anything. So she got a 1. And Alexander saves it because he rolls an 18. So, yeah. I mean, at this point, that wasn't that hard. Let's see what we got here.
Scarlett offers her answer, and the girl's smile curls, delightedly cruel. Just as Alexander hastily adds, a story, an idea carried by words. But the correction comes too late. A flare of pale magic leaps from the girl's fingertips and slams into Scarlett like a hammer of light, dropping her limp to the stone. The girl throws her head back and laughs at Scarlett's unconscious form, heels tapping the chest in glee, while Alexander and the companions close ranks over Scarlett's fallen body, fury simmering under the cold lantern glow of room 61.
Oh boy. And he rolls a 20. So he's going to get this one right. If he even gets a chance to do it. But we won't know about that one until the next episode, probably. Gonna say, and we're gonna see what that riddle is, but we're not gonna know what the thing is until the next episode.
The girl leans forward, eyes glittering, then nods slowly. One more miss, she agrees, voice like silk over a knife's edge. Sure. You answer alone. No corrections, no pleas. Yep. And if you are right, the chest is yours. If you are wrong, I will punish only you. Her gaze slides from Scarlett's unconscious form to Alexander's face, hungry to see whether he'll stake himself on a single word.
And we'll find out what that riddle is in the next episode, because we can't go very far. See you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to keep your game on. And we'll see what happens in the next episode. This might be longer than I thought.